Hey love, so welcome to day 12, which is, what was the prompt? Honey! I decided, if you watched my last video, I decided that I was going to start to add color into my pieces because I was really missing it. And this shows how out of practice I am with using color. Just in not using color for a week and a half, feel like I'm a little out of practice. Though being truthful, I do struggle with color choices, especially when I have a lot of choices. I have a hard time picking palettes, so that's something that I really want to work on. And I felt like this challenge was a great challenge to do it in because the pieces are so small. I want to keep my color palette pretty limited and all of that. So I decided to do Winnie the Pooh because my husband was obsessed with Winnie the Pooh when he was a kid, and he was like, oh, if you want it to be Halloween themed and you want it to be cute, Winnie the Pooh has a really cute bee costume that he wears. And I was like, okay, let's do it. And so that's what I did, and then I decided to draw a huge thing of honey because that was what he got for Halloween. That's kind of what I envisioned. Winnie the Pooh doesn't want candy, he wants a big pot of honey. And that was the prompt. So I thought it was perfect. And I think that overall, I kind of struggled with this a little bit. I didn't make his head big enough. And I was drawing him and leaning over. And I don't really draw a lot of characters. And that's something I need to work on. And I was trying to make it fit within my style. And not totally copy what he looks like. But I definitely struggled with that a little bit. So his head should have been definitely wider and a little bit bigger, and his nose was a little off, but that's okay. And then the color choices, the colors didn't work for me per se. I think that it was hard because Winnie the Pooh is already a yellowy, orangey color. And then the bee costume, it's a yellow and a black. And so I had to pick two different yellows. And I definitely struggled with that, so I pulled out my watercolors. I'm using my White Knight watercolor set. My St. Petersburg watercolor set. And I love this watercolor set. It's amazing. And then I ended up pulling out some color pencils because I wasn't totally satisfied with the way that the colors looked all together. So I fiddled with it a little bit in the end. But you know what? That's what these tests are for. If you watch Grunch, you know that reference, but I know that that's what I needed to do. I needed a challenge, and this pushed me, and while I'm not totally happy with the outcome, I'm happy that I did it and that I pushed myself, and I'm excited to keep going with color, and I'm going to continue to use my watercolors, I think. And I might not use my color pencils every time. I really barely pulled it out to save this piece, and it still didn't save it. And I think what I need to really think about is my color choices. I pick a color palette and stick within that color palette and really think about that. And I think that's ultimately what I need to do moving forward. But I hope you enjoyed this switch up and me adding color and doing something a little bit more cute than I have done in the past. And I thank you for all the people who are watching these videos and continue to watch them every day. It really makes me feel great. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow with the prompt. And thanks so much for watching. See you tomorrow.